Okay, so you're going to join me today at a really, really interesting stage in the Newcastle save. We've in fact just beaten Crystal Palace 5-1 in the league, and it leaves the league table looking like this. There are 4 matches to play in season number 2, and currently we find ourselves in a Champions League space, 3rd in the league. However, look how tight it is. We've got Chelsea on 67, Manchester United on 67, and then us on 68. Manchester City just above us on 69 as well. It is nip and tuck in there. There is a chance with some of the games that we've got coming up that we don't make the Champions League here, but we've put ourselves in a position with a really good win there. Today's episode, we're going to go on a bit of a journey. We're going to go and play these 4 games in this episode and find out where we're going to finish in season number 2. It could go catastrophically wrong, or it could go brilliantly correct. Let's find out which one of those. Please just Champions League at the very minimum, right? Please. Let's find out. Let's get into it. Hello, welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to the Newcastle Save, episode number 8 and a season 2 finale. It's going to be exciting, I hope. I hope it's going to be sensational as well. As I mentioned in that intro, it is all to play for as we complete season number 2 with 4 matches to play. This is the current context. This is the current situation. And it's because we've got ourselves into this situation because our results have looked like this since the last episode. The second half of this season has started poorly and then it has improved. We had almost a bit of a breakdown over the weekend when we were losing a few games here. It has improved, but it's not quite been the season that we thought it might be. Do you remember right back at the start of the season where we just had a massive transfer window? We spent masses and masses of money. Do you remember all the money we spent, all the new players we brought in? And we had some grand designs, some ideas of maybe challenging for this title. In fact, I think that's something I actually said in a video, that we need to at least be challenging for a title. It's not really happened, has it? In fact, people were taking a pop on Twitter saying, how are you not winning the league with that team and that squad? Yeah, I am a bit disappointed as well. The situation right now is that we're 3rd in the league. We are behind Liverpool, who are pretty much guaranteed. Do you know what? They're not guaranteed to win it, are they? We are 10 points behind with 4 games to go. Technically, this isn't over. Technically, we can still win this league title. I don't think it's going to happen, but that would be some end to the season, wouldn't it? We're not going to win the league, but we are hopefully going to finish in this top 4, but it's not a done deal. Let me show you why it's not a done deal as you have a look at some of these results here. By the way, in fact, before I show you why it's not a done deal, I just have to show you this game here. I almost had a breakdown on stream. We lost 4-3 to Bournemouth, and I mean, look at it. Just like, talk about FMings, right? Look at it here. It gets better. Do you know what? It gets worse the more you look at this. We lost 4-3. Look at all the shots we had. Look at the XG. Look at the goals. Look at the end of the game. We had a goal disallowed from Isak, and then they scored a 91st minute winner from an own goal. I almost lost it. I don't lose it that often at FM, but this match here, I almost lost it. It was a tough one to take. And I mean, look, you see the results there. Look, we lost to United, lost to Liverpool, understandable. We lost to Bournemouth. We did, by the way, we went out of the Champions League to Real Madrid. I think in the last video we talked about drawing them in the next round. It's we were unlucky. We lost 1-0 in the first leg at the Bernabeu. Leroy Sané scored for them, and then we drew 2-2 at home. I actually think we should have won it. We played really well. Let me show you the match stats for this one. Maybe I'm being a little bit, I mean, we had a better XG. They didn't. It really sucks considering we drew this game 2-2. It was there for us. We almost went past them. I don't think we would have won it anyway, I guess. So maybe it's not the end of the world. But yeah, there you see the rest of the results for the season. We have been recently on a very decent run. We are unbeaten since that Real Madrid first leg, beating Wolves 7-3 in the FA Cup. By the way, FA Cup, there's also an FA Cup final to come. Our first chance at silverware. Recently, we beat Manchester City 1-0 in the semi-final at Wembley. Scalvini's early header was enough to win it. We're going to play Arsenal in an FA Cup final today, as well as these matches here then. And can you now see why I don't think this 4th place, this top 4 Champions League qualification is quite a done deal yet? We have to go and play Arsenal away from home. They're 7th, but they're a decent team. It's Arsenal. We have to play Manchester City at home, and we have to play Chelsea away. Chelsea very much in the hunt for a Champions League space as well. They are 5th They are the team. I think they're a point behind us. Let me show you the table here. Look. Yeah, they're a point behind us, and we have to go and play them at their place before finishing our season against Brighton. It's terrifying, to be honest. We're going to go through and play all of these games in today's episode, one by one. We'll probably go up to the game, talk about the team, I'll play it, and then I'll let you know how it gets on, show you the goals, and we'll move through that way. Maybe there will be a live com. Maybe for one of these Premier League games, definitely, at the very least, there'll be a live com for this Arsenal FA Cup final. But it could be a long episode, so strap yourselves in. And before you do that, maybe a mid-episode reminder to subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so already. Thank you so much to everyone who has subscribed recently. I really appreciate you guys. Thank you for still being here as well. The further you go into a series like this one, the more people drop off and things. So you guys still watching here right now, you're the real OGs. I really do appreciate you. Genuinely, I really, really do. Thank you so much. If you haven't already subscribed and you are enjoying the series, then make sure you do subscribe, because why not, right? You'll know when more videos come out. Let's first of all get ourselves up to this Arsenal game, and we'll go and play this one. I'll tell you who's been playing well. I'll show you the match stats from, well, the player stats and everything too. And yeah, we'll go from here. Please just let us qualify for the Champions League, right? Please. I'll see you at this Arsenal game. Okay then, so here it is, the first game of our run-in, and it is against Arsenal, away from home. A tricky match, this one. We actually play here then before our rivals do. You see the fixtures. We're looking out really for Manchester United's games. They are on the same, well, actually everybody's on the same number of matches now. We're looking for Manchester United's games and Chelsea's games. I don't think they play each other at any point here. They actually don't play until we play again. So when do they catch up on these matches here? We play City next. United don't play until they play Brighton there and Chelsea. That must be their game in hand, look. And then, anyway, we'll get through to it. Right now, we need to concentrate on ourselves. We're playing Arsenal. Let me go to this tactical meeting. Let's go through to the team screen, the squad screen, and we can pick it from here. And I can show you actually some of the player stats as we do so. This then was the team that played the last game. You can see we are back playing the 4-3-3. It's given us, I think, a little bit of a sounder base, a stronger defensive start in games that we can then go from. We played the 4-2-3-1 for a while, and actually James Maddison, who is injured at the moment, kind of came to life. Have a look at his goal record here. 21 goals in 41 matches. He was superb. However, he has picked up a knock. He's going to be out now for 6 days and 2 weeks. So he's going to miss, I think, Arsenal and City here, which is a blow. And he's probably been the main star of the team. The top goal scorer is once again Alexander Isak. He's got 25 goals. I mean, have a look at this, though, from Matthias Tell. 22 goals in 13 starts. This guy's a superstar. He's a Ole Gunnar Matthias Tell is what we're calling him. Off the bench, he scores so many goals. Great at penalties as well, even though his penalty taken is only 13. He scored a lot of those. 22 goals from him is superb. Lots of goal contributions from Madueke and Kvaratskhelia. 9 goals from Scalvini, a lot from headers from set pieces on him there. You can see some of the player stats in there. Jude Bellingham got his first goal in that last game in that 5-1 win against Palace. But today we need to pick this team, and we've got a couple of issues actually. Simikan is injured, so we'll bring in Trippier at right back. The rest of the defense will be the same. I think we'll go with the same midfield as well, actually. Only thing to look at is a very tired Kvaratskhelia on the left-hand side. I think I might risk him. This is an important game. Although we do play City fairly soon afterwards. Do you know what? Sheldrup's going to get the start. The rest of the team is going to be the same. Let's just put... Do you know what? I've had some real troubles with Botman and Silva, actually. I do think a new centre-back is somebody that we're going to need to bring in the summer. But I think that's going to be the team. What I'm going to do is I'm going to go and play this game and show you the result of it and the goals once I've played it. So I'll see you in about 90 minutes in game, right? I'll see you then. Okay, so I definitely didn't expect this one to be as easy as this, but we've run out 4-0 winners at the Emirates against Arsenal here. It was a superb performance, really. So comfortable. Smashed it, really. Let me show you the goals as well. We'll go through them. The opener, after just 6 minutes. Have a look at this from Scalvini. Not a header for once. It's his 10th of the season. Curling finish, top corner, 1-0, and we're off to a flyer. And then after that, it just got better and better. In fact, after that, it did get maybe not better. Sheldrup did miss a penalty after that. Bear that in mind when you have a look at his average rating of just a 6 here. But it didn't stop us. After 23 minutes, Caicedo scored this beauty. A nice little cross in. There's Scalvini not winning the header. We recycle it. It eventually comes to Caicedo there. Same corner. Smashed this time rather than curled in. 2-0, 22 minutes. And then there was still 2 goals to come. Next one was from Isak, our top goal scorer. This one was a tight one. VAR had to confirm it via a check to check that he was onside. He dinks it over Ramsdale. A lovely finish. I don't know why there had to be a check for that. He looked easily onside, didn't he? But that was 3-0. And then finally, it was wrapped up with a beauty of a free kick from Kieran Trippier. And 4-0 at the Emirates. We are in really good form, as I've shown you with the games that we've played recently. I'm not sure I was expecting to win this one so comfortably, though. It means that actually, with 3 games to go, we're in second place. Surely we can't bottle it from there, can we? I'm not 100% confident. Of course, we looked and saw that City didn't play, United didn't play, Chelsea didn't play. So they've all got games in hand over us. We play against Manchester City next, who are, I mean, they should go above us. They've got 2 games in hand. We're at home, I think, against City. I think we beat them earlier in the season too. It's definitely not an easy game, though. I will see you for that one. Let's get ourselves up to that fixture and play that one. All right, so here it is then. 3 matches to play. We play Manchester City at home in this one. Just wanted to show you as well. Apparently, we are in a title race because our assistant manager, Brian Klug, was suggesting that we hold a team meeting because it was crucial for our ongoing title battle. So maybe I spoke too soon when I said that we weren't in a title race this year. I mean, we are 7 points behind and we've played an extra game. But Brian thinks we're in a title race here. Let's have a look at this then. We play earlier, actually, than Manchester United and Chelsea. We play at 3 o'clock. Their game isn't actually until the Sunday. It's United at home to Brighton, Chelsea away at Norwich. I mean, if either of those teams could do us a favour, they're 17th and 16th in the league. So maybe we shouldn't be holding out too much hope. We need to go and do what we need to do against Manchester City. If we drop points here, it's going to be so tight going into these last couple of games, isn't it? Let's get the team ready. Tactical meeting, team selection. I think the one main change, Shelderup's going to go back out and Kvaratskhelia comes in. I did rest everybody even for this day, but I don't think that's going to be too big of a deal. We'll keep maybe Trippier in the team because he did score that free kick. Do you know what? I'm going to keep it consistent. I'm not going to change too much. Bellingham, Caicedo, Kone as the midfield. Anybody back on the bench? Madison's not quite back yet. I'm going to keep it quite consistent. I'm going to play this team. I'm going to go and play Manchester City now. And we're just going to hopefully get ourselves a result. I will see you at the full-time whistle. Come on. Right, well, if I was surprised by how easily we dispatched of Arsenal, I am shocked, mortified, stunned by what we've just done to Manchester City. We've beat them 5-1. I don't understand what's just happened. We have destroyed Manchester City 5-1 here at St James's Park. And even better than that, we were 1-0 down in this game. Jack Grealish scored after a minute and we've just bounced back amazingly. It was a hat-trick from Isak, Scalvini and Caicedo. In fact, let's just continue. Before we have a look at these goals, have a look at this for a league table now. We've got 2 games to go. We are doing what we needed to do. I think we must be really close, right? United have won their game, apparently. No, they haven't. They've still got 2 games in hand over us. So have Chelsea. But if they win both of them, it takes them to 73, a point behind us. So, I mean, they have to win their games, don't they? We're almost there. Let me just go out of this game so that I can click on the goals and show you, because there were some stunners in here. And also, like, the fact we were 1-0 down and bounced back to beat them 5-1, I'm so shocked by how well we've played there. We are in a great run of form, and I think it's just taken us through. I want to click back into this game to show you, because the goal that we conceded after 51 seconds was this one here. Because let me show you these goals. Some of them are ridiculous. Let's click watch goals. The first goal we conceded inside a minute. Look, 51 seconds on the clock. And this happens. De Bruyne's header. It just bounces off. I think it's Silva. And then goes in. That's not a great start against City, and I was kind of fearing the worst. But look how he bounced back. Scalvini, another goal for him. He scored in the last game against Arsenal. He scored again there, another header. Then Isak from the spot. Good penalty into that bottom left-hand corner. Isak went crazy in this game. Is this Isak's second, or is this the Caicedo goal? This, I think, is, yes, Isak's one. Look, the header. That was then 2-1 or 3-1. I think that might have been 3-1. And then Caicedo scored this in the second half. This one is a joke. Look how good this goal is. Jude Bellingham into Caicedo, full flush on the volley. That is such a good goal. He has smashed it in. That was 4-1. And then there was time for Isak to get his hat-trick before the end. 10 minutes or so until that final whistle. Ball over the top. Flicked on by Madueke. Isak's there. Onside. VAR check. Goal awarded. We beat Manchester City 5-1. It gives us all the confidence we need now to move through. Our next game is away at Chelsea. This one is maybe as crunch as they come. I think if we win this, we might even be just about there because they would have dropped points. We must be really close if we can manage to win this. I guess actually before we do continue, let's just continue one day. Then we can just see how those results for Chelsea and for United actually go, can't we? Let's go through to the Sunday before we continue because there's 9 days until this Chelsea game. It's a nice rest, actually. We do need it. We've been in an intense period this second half of the season, since about December onwards, actually. Let's just find out, do Manchester United and Chelsea win? They both do. Okay, it means that it just continues. There is Manchester United beating Brighton 3-1. Chelsea just sneaking past Norwich. Jorginho in the 88th minute, and it wasn't a penalty either. Means both of them would be a point behind us if they win their next game in hand. This one's going to go all the way to the wire. The thing to look out for, actually, as well, is Manchester City are now, 5 points behind us with 2 games in hand? They have got themselves right into the mix as well. It could even go to the last day, couldn't it? I'm going to get myself up to this next game against Chelsea. Win this, and we're in a great position because there's so many of us. As long as we're one of them. We're actually second now. Let me go to this game, and we'll go play that one. It continues. Top 4 is still on there. What a couple of results we've had. I'll see you in a bit. Right, I'm actually back just before our game because we've got some results coming in from the other teams who are now playing. Because our game with Chelsea, as you can see, is on the Monday. We've got Monday Night Football, meaning we're going to get some results from other teams that might just help us or hinder us in terms of this top 4 race. I mean, we're not really making it a race at the moment, are we? Our results are so good that we're kind of just doing it ourselves. But let's find out who wins in the Saturday games. And the results are here. Do we have any big results for any of the teams? Man City have lost to Spurs. And I think that's actually the only game that really matters. Liverpool have drawn as well. Is the title race still on? No, it is actually over. Liverpool are champions, I think. But City dropping points or losing to Spurs could be vital for us, as well as the fact that actually City did drop points. If I go over to here, City dropped points in the last game as well with Wolves. They've now dropped 4 points in, is it 5 points, right? Because they lost and drew. They've dropped 5 points, meaning we're actually 4 points clear of them with 2 games to go. We're also 4 points. Look how close it is in behind there. Look, we're actually 4 points clear of City with 2 games to go, meaning if we win our next game, we're going to be in the top 4, aren't we? If we can beat Chelsea here, we qualify for the top 4, and it's City that would be struggling. That is crazy, especially as Man United and Chelsea still don't play. I think they must play on the Sunday. United play away at Middlesbrough. Yeah, and then, of course, we're playing Chelsea, aren't we? We are so nearly there, so very close. It really comes down to, can we get a result against Chelsea? And if we do, I think we're just about home and hose because we just need one of these teams to mess up. And if we can make Chelsea mess up and now City have messed up, we might just be there if we can get this result. Let me go and get ready for this Chelsea game, and then we'll find out, is this going to be a bit of relief, really, and qualifying for the Champions League for next season? Let me get up to that game. Okay, so let's get this team ready then. One big change is going to be Trippier out and Simican in. Trippier is suspended, and the other thing is Maddison is back from his injury. Not fully fit, so I'm not going to start him. And also, this is a winning team, and you don't change a winning team, do you? We're going to go with this. Isak leading the line. By the way, 29 goals now. He's got himself, I think it's 24 league goals, which is very, very impressive. It's actually been under... I didn't realise how good it had been, but it's been a really good season from Alexander Isak. That's going to be the team. I will see you at the end of this Chelsea game, praying for a win. And I think if we do win it, I think we've qualified. In fact, I'm 99% sure we qualify for the Champions League if we can win this. Fingers crossed. I'll see you at 90 minutes. Oh my God. You are... what has just happened? Let me just show you it because I have no idea how to explain what I have just seen in this game. We've won. We've beaten Chelsea 3-2. And we were 2-0 down. And we've come back to win it in the 89th minute. In fact, we've scored in the 88th and the 89th minute to win it 3-2. And I think, before I even show you these goals, because this is ridiculous, I'm 90% sure, in fact, I am now certain we've qualified for the Champions League, haven't we? We have got a 4-point gap over third. They've got a game in hand. Does this mean... Yeah, no, we've got a 7-point gap on fifth now, look. They can only catch us up by 3 points with their game in hand, meaning we'd have a 4-point gap. They've only got one game to play after that. We've qualified for the Champions League. We should just about, I reckon, be almost guaranteed. I mean, if we beat Brighton, we're guaranteed second. We're in a really good spot. There's actually only 5 points to the top. We're not that far away from the title. Our run of form has been sensational, but let me just exit this game and tell them how well they've played there. In fact, we didn't play great. Chelsea were down to 10 men, and that's what let us back into this game. But I just want to show you these goals. Let me just go and load them up, because I was convinced that we just lost this game. We were 1-0 down in the 4th minute. Havertz setting up Raheem Sterling. 1-0 to them. They were the better team. They actually missed a penalty after this as well. Soler missed his penalty. Is it this one? No, that was the one that he scored. He'd already missed one before that. So that was 2-0. Mason Mount got himself sent off for a straight red before that second goal. But then we launched this comeback. Isak, nice little finish from a good little Madueke assist. And then 88th minute, we get ourselves back to 2-2. Scalvini header. It's what he does. He scored so many. I think that's his 12th now. I think he scored in every game in this episode. And then this right at the end, a minute later, Mendy just boots it off Kvaratskhelia face, I think, and he puts it in to win us the game, to get us all 3 points at Stamford Bridge, and then to qualify us for the Champions League. In fact, we can go and check it, can't we? Let me just go here. It should say it. There it is. Newcastle qualified for the Champions League. Honestly, I didn't think that this was going to happen this year. If you remember back to the last episode where we signed Jude Bellingham, we talked about needing to do that early because of needing to go and get him before we weren't in the Champions League anymore. We're in the Champions League anyway, and we've already got Jude, and we're just about to be given our initial budgets for next year. Remember, we got £172 million last season for qualifying for the Champions League. We've done it again. Next summer, or this summer coming up, we are going to be given £220 million to go and spend. Okay, this is going to be a fun couple of streams over the weekend whilst we go and try and spend this money. We're definitely going to go and do another season of this Newcastle save. I might try and go through it quite quickly so we can start our new long-term save, but we're going to go and spend this money and have fun with this. £220 million to go and spend. Come and join us live when we play that over on Twitch, twitch.tv/Clayts, by the way. We're going to go and sign a centre-back, I think, and maybe just to give you a quick little look at it here, where else would you be looking to spend this money? Any suggestions? Get them in the comments down below. But there's only one thing left to do for this season now. We're going to go and play Brighton. I don't think we need to go and look at that result anymore now that we've qualified for the Champions League. But I will see you for an FA Cup final at Wembley against Arsenal. We'll do it as a live comment. It'll be a long episode today. Let's see if we can go and get our first silverware of the save before we go and start spending all that money. I will see you at Wembley. Okay, so let's do this FA Cup final. Before we do get into this and we pick the team for this final at Wembley, then let me just show you the final game of the season. We did win it. We beat Brighton 2-0. It is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 wins on the bounce. Now, touch wood, I feel like I am tempting fate here, but that is a fantastic end to the season. It's not how I expected to go at all. We've finished second in the league, just 5 points off the top in the end. It ends up being a really good season. It almost looks like we had that title challenge that we talked about. Maybe not quite, but it was still a very good season overall. Now, though, can it become an even better season? Can we go and get some silverware to finish it off? I'm very tempted to continue with this really good team that has been winning lots of games. I have seen, though, that Jude Bellingham is unhappy because we didn't improve the training ground, even though they are currently improving the training ground. So I don't really understand how that has been messed up. It does tempt me to bring in Maddison to start, though, and drop Jude. Is that a bad idea because of how well this team's been doing and winning lots of games? I think it might be the play still. I also might put on the bench, maybe instead of Gakpo, who's still really upset. I might even start Trippier because of those set pieces. 2 changes, is that too many? I'm going to do it. That's the team for the final. Jude drops to the bench because he's unhappy. His morale's quite low. And Trippier comes in because of his set pieces ahead of Simikan. It's Arsenal at Wembley. Let's see if we can go and win ourselves an FA Cup. It would be a pretty decent season, actually, wouldn't it? Second and an FA Cup. There's the Arsenal team. Jesus, Martinelli, Ødegaard, Saka, Sanchez. Renato Sanchez is an Arsenal signing. There's Saliba. We did beat Arsenal in today's episode as well, didn't we? In that league game. Can we do it again? There's our team with the the name's not very visible there, but still, they'll fix that soon, I am sure. We are underway. It has now started. It's just told me that the Tunisia boss is in the crowd today, so thank you for that. That's a good update. First highlight is here. I actually might put this up just one notch for this game because it's already a very long episode, isn't it? It's Parisi down the left-hand side. Our first visit to Wembley, it must be. Isak's in. Can he score early? He does! We've taken the lead in the 3rd minute. What a start. That is exactly what we wanted. And we edge closer to a first trophy, a first piece of silverware. It's Parisi over into Kvaratskhelia, who puts it over the top, in fact. And then the finish from Isak. He has been dynamite in front of goal. Great finish. Past Matt Turner in the Arsenal goal, and we lead. They've gone with Matt Turner. Is that a cup goalkeeper, potentially? It could be. Highlight straight away from Arsenal. They're going to want to bounce back, but I love that start from us. Great finish from Isak. Here's Jesus. Oh, Saka's in. It's deflected. It's going to be a corner. I think that might have deflected through to him off our man, but it's fine. It's going to be an Arsenal corner, and I'm confident we can get this one away from here. Erdegaard swings it in, and oh my word, it's gone in. That is awful from Diogo Costa. Why did I say I was confident that we were going to get it away? The keeper comes, and I think it kind of hits Tierney at the back post and goes in. What a terrible goal to concede. Oh my word. It's actually a good finish, but what is Diogo Costa doing? I tell you what, he's had a few iffy moments this year as Costa in our goal. And it's back to square one. We're level again. They've scored the very next minute. That happens a lot, I feel like, this year. Trippier's corner now. Scalvini. Oh, he scored so many headers. He's put that one wide, though. Okay. It's very, very even after 15 minutes. Plenty of highlights starting, though. I wanted it to be comfortable. It's not as comfortable now, is it? It's 1-1. There's Isak again. Can he get away? Oh, surely fouled. That looked like a foul by Tierney. He didn't get the ball, but the ref's not given it. And Arsenal are on the attack. Martinelli up the other end. Hey, they've scored. I swear that was a foul. I'd like to see that again, please. Arsenal have taken the lead, but I think Isak just got fouled by Tierney up the other end. I don't think we're going to see it again. It's just a very swift break. Scalvini's headers into Erdegaard, and they play it over the top. I mean, he looked like he might be offside. He's clearly going to be on, though, isn't he? It's not great defending. Jesus has made it 2-1, and from being on cloud 9 and leading in the FA Cup final, we now trail. And Arsenal on the attack again here. Saka. Scalvini's got it back. Can we break on them, counter on them like they just did to us? Isak does have some support. It's Madueke. He's lost the ball. It's Zinchenko. This isn't going particularly well now. If Arsenal get another one here, I'd worry. He looks offside, Erdegaard there. Costa saved it anyway. The flag stayed down. That would have counted, I think, actually. Halfway through the first half then. Let's give them a bit of encouragement. Yeah, we're not creating a whole lot. We've had one shot on target. Half an hour approaching. Here's Madueke losing the ball immediately. It's all those vintage signs of a game that we're going to struggle in. Just the highlights starting and us just giving up possession easily. Can we win it back high up the pitch here? That press, Saliba. They're playing it around us, Arsenal. That is nice, though. Parisi jumps in ahead of them. That's the highlight. A deflected shot into Turner. Interesting. Here's Trippier's free kick, though, straight after Scalvini. Doesn't win the header. Caicedo loses it. We should get it back. Trippier, who took the free kick, gives it away. We look really slack in possession, don't we? We've got Arsenal pinned back, though. Parisi. Scalvini. Do you know what? A bit of hope. I think a bit of belief in the lads. Isak's in for 2-2. He's onside as well. The linesman has kept his flag down, meaning this is 2-2. Isak's got his second. We've got our second. And we are back level. What a game this is. 2-2 inside, well, 30 minutes on the clock, and it's 2-2. I was just about to say, as we build that attack, have a bit of belief. This is a good football team who's won a lot of games in a row. We can bounce back from tough situations like we did against Chelsea. And we've done it again here. It's level. And I'd imagine this will go nicely through till half time now. We'll find out if there's any more highlights. Few minutes to go. Do we make changes? Maybe Jude Bellingham is one of the changes. I'm looking at Silva and Trippier, though, who are struggling at the back. Do we make any changes at half time then? I'm going to say I'm disappointed. I'm going to let it run until about 60, I think. We'll look at Trippier and Silva. Maddison is our best midfielder. Maybe we get Jude on instead of Caicedo. Do you know what? The quality of Jude Bellingham is just going to tempt me into making this change, I think. We're going to get him on now for Moises Caicedo. And that's going to be the... Oh, my word. Costa's on a 6.2. I can't sub the keeper, can I? Trippier for Simakan? Because he's not having a great game. I don't like defenders on low ratings. It makes me think they're going to make a mistake. I also don't like goalkeepers on low ratings because I feel like they're going to do something really silly. I mean, he's done something silly already, hasn't he, with that corner? Arsenal with the ball as a highlight begins. He's given that away, surely. Isak wins it back. Kvaratskhelia. Isak's in the middle. If he crosses it, he goes down. It's going to be a penalty. We've got the chance to take the lead. Now, I'm always a bit worried about penalties on FM. Isak is on 2 goals here, looking for a hat trick, and he's going to have the chance to score it from the spot at Wembley. And he's booted it at Matt Turner's. That is an awful penalty. He just booted it at his feet. We've got goal line technology apparently, which is probably the most pointless. There it is. Look, probably the most pointless feature on FM because it doesn't help at all, does it? Oh, we've missed the penalty. What an opportunity to take the lead, and it's going to affect his performance now as well, isn't it? Maybe I should have changed it off him. I don't like it when it's forced to a player because they're on 2 goals. Oh, I had a feeling he's going to miss that. He did miss it, but do you know what? Let's keep the belief. Here's Arsenal booting it long, and Jesus has won it. Jesus is in. Jesus for 3-2 to them. He's put it in, and he's onside as well. Just like Isak was onside. Oh, we miss a penalty. They've scored now instead. It's them that take the lead with 17 to play. Oh, it should have been so much better. It's just a long ball forward as well. He's onside. It's a good finish from Jesus. That first touch is really nice, actually. 17 to play. I guess we make changes. We have to try and force the issue a little bit. I'm going to go to this 4-2-3-1, which has a Segundo Volante in there because I want Bellingham to... What have I done there? I want Bellingham to be a Segundo Volante, I think. Then Maddison stays... Why does it keep doing that? Swap with Kone. What? Okay, I don't know why that was so difficult to do. Who do we take off then? Look at Costa on a 5.9. Maybe we give Madueke a rest, and I'm going to bring on Matthias Tell, who scores late goals. I called him Ole Gunnar Matthias Tell earlier because he's a super sub. He's going to hopefully be our super sub here. It's not his usual position. We're going to play him off the wing. But if he can do something magical here, it would be a glorious storyline. Here come Arsenal on the ball. Ball over the top, which should be dealt with. We do get the ball back. There's Towel, look, very deep as he picks up the ball. It's good football from us, though. There's the foot. Oh, the touch wasn't great. We've got it back, though. Kvaratskhelia goes round. It's Isak. He's at the post. I thought he was going to come across to Tal, but Isak's hit the post. We've now missed a penalty, and he's missed a sitter. And I don't think he did a lot wrong there. It was a decent finish. It just bounces off the post. Maddison doesn't win that tackle now. We could have had it back high up the pitch again. The football seemed really good from us, though, after the change. And again, Jude. Oh, okay. I mean, it was ambitious. It was good. We are winning the ball back. We are making things happen here. I'm looking at it. Maybe we don't deserve... We've had 18 shots. Maybe we don't deserve to be losing this. Erdegaard could put it away from us, though. It's a free kick opportunity against the keeper that's not playing well. This one, I'm worried about this. He's put it over. 5 minutes or so to play. Will we get another highlight? Do I need to make a change? Probably. Just to force something to happen, I think. Let's do... A very tired James Maddison's going to come off for shoulder up. Could we go to 2 strikers? Well, I think we can, and I think we're going to. We're going to play Matthias Tell up front with Isak, and we're going to go like this, I think. Anybody else? Parisi for Barco, just because he's not playing great. We're going to do this. Just fresh legs, and hopefully they can make something happen. I'm going to berate them. 1 highlight in added time, please. Otherwise, we are going to lose the FA Cup final. There is a highlight. I think there's a highlight starting. It is in their half. If we can take this ball off them, we've got the ball. Can we force extra time? Will it be Matthias Tell to do his usual party trick? Oh, it's headed away. Arsenal have it back. Here's Smith Rowe. Turner. This will be a glorious time to get a goal. They've booted it long. Oh, my word. Costa, don't terrify me like that. Simakan. Ball over the top. It's so loose. Could we, though? Could we? Whilst there's a highlight still playing, I'm still believing. Jude's got to win that. Oh, it's going to be a red card. And oh, right. That's not the highlight I was looking for, Antonio Silva. He's got himself sent off. Okay. Maybe now I'm not believing as much. We're just going to play like that with no defenders because I don't think there's going to be another highlight, is there? Ah, it's Arsenal's FA Cup. But do you know what? I feel like we gave it a really good go and got a bit unlucky. We missed the penalty. If we score that, maybe it's our day. It ends up not being our day. But I'm really proud of the lads this year. The second place finish in the league. Get into the final. There's a lot to go with here. We're going to go and spend some money in the summer. Come back next year, and I think we're going to go for a title next year. What do you reckon? Let me know in the comments down below. And apologies for this episode being so long this week, but hopefully you enjoy that type of thing. If you enjoyed it, please do subscribe to the channel, like the video too. Leave me those comments as we watch Arsenal lift the FA Cup trophy here. Thank you very much for watching. I hope you have a lovely rest of your day. I'll catch you next time. Bye-bye. Next year.